Yeah, yeah. Okay.
If you got it, I'll put it there.
All your ladies and gentlemen, would you like to go inside and have a seat? Go in. Go inside there. Go inside there. We need hands.
Yeah, they're coming now. Just give them 1 minute. My father will be.
Oh, okay.
It's 53 years. 50 years. Yes. That they don't know. Yeah. Just give me a message right now. I'm Dr. Kisun, KIWS.
You know,
Eyes open. Also, this is.
Which one you want?
Yes, yes, yes. She loved that. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Full of center pillar of Salah. Everyone is here. Yeah. We can proceed.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we okay?
Yes, I think we're okay. Just very full.
Shahil, we have 6 guys, yeah? We have 6 guys.
If you are going in, we can take the casket out. Thank you very much. Just clear the way, please.
Anybody can come and help us. I'll take it. राम नाम सत्य है, 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 राम सत्य है।
You watch it. Just watch it.
राम नाम सत्य है, 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 राम नाम सत्य है,
Turn around. Turn around.
राम नाम सत्य है,
You must come to me.
राम नाम सत्य है,
Take it off. Take it off.
राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है,
Give me the head of it.
राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है।
Dear ladies and gentlemen, today, the 7th of November, is a very sad day in my Ghazi family, and due to the shortness of time, we are going to continue with proceedings. Panditji has advised me that we have a very short time to love, to spread the love, the goodness, the kindness, and share all the beautiful memories we have about our dear mom, Mrs. Rosy Ghazi. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us we know Maji, right? That's Maji Rose Manilal Ghazi, more formally known as Sursathi. She's an extraordinary woman, a rare gem of a person, epitomizing tremendous resilience, inner strength, big-heartedness, compassion, and gracefulness. And we are going to have two speakers to further enlighten us about this great soul. But before that, I'm going to call on Panditji to lead us in prayer. We will have one speaker representing the grandchildren, and we will also have a virtual speaker. But until then, I hand you over to our very able-bodied, very erudite Panditji.
Jai Shri Ram, Prem Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Welcome, Om Sai Ram. Thank you to our program director. Firstly, I would like to extend my deepest sincere condolences to the Ghazi family. Dear friends and families, we have assembled here on a very sad note. That is the passing of a dear mom. In all of this, please do not forget that we are still in the midst of COVID. So I want to please put my hands together to ask all of you to please keep your mask on and please obey the rules of social distancing. So please allow chairs around you to be vacant. We have quite a big hall here. Please use up the whole hall. Just to protect yourself, sanitizer in the front. Observe the rules of COVID, please, 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 for your sake and for our sake. With that, we will start with prayer. We will quote from the Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana. Our scriptures give us very clear instructions or guidelines what one needs to do at the time of death. And today I will touch on those salient points of what happened during death, especially for the family and of course the departed soul as well. So I want to ask you all to please join us. भाइयों बहनों और प्यारे बच्चे, आज हम यहाँ एकत्रित हुए एक दुख के अवसर पर, और इस दुख के अवसर पर हम सिर्फ भगवान से प्रार्थना करना चाहिए कि हे भगवान, इस दुखी परिवार को बल शक्ति दीजिए और इस आत्मा को सबर दीजिए. We pray to the Lord Almighty that may He give the family hope, courage, and strength to bear the sad loss of life. At the same time, we pray to the Lord that may the Lord give the family, the Ghazi family, hope, courage, and strength to bear the sad loss of death. It is most difficult, especially to bid farewell to loved ones, more especially in the life. Lord Krishna tells us very beautifully in Bhagavad Gita what is the nature of the soul, what is the nature of the body, what are our duties as Hindus when death occurs in our home. I will take you through all of that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kledayanti apo, na shoshayati marutah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 23, Lord Krishna describes to us in great detail the nature of the Atma, the soul or the life force of our body. Lord Krishna says that the Atma is eternal. Only the body made up of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and ether die, and the elements return to the sources from which they have come. The Atma, in accordance to the karma of the individual, attains a new body. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 23 emphasizes this eternal nature of the Atma, which is beyond the reach of material things. Lord Krishna says, for the Atma cannot be cut by any weapons, nor can it be burned by fire, nor wet by water, nor dried by the wind. Death is simply a change of the body for the soul, and the idea is aptly driven home by reference to our everyday experiences. Once more, given in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 22. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vasansi kirnani yada vihaya, navani vihanati naroparani, thati tata sharirani vihaya, jirnani anyani sayaki navani dehi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Krishna tells us in chapter 2, verse 22 of Bhagavad Gita, just as a person casts off worn out garments and puts on new ones, so too the embodied soul casts off worn out bodies and enters into new ones. The Lord finds many excuses. If you look at all of us, you will find that at different times people lose their lives for many reasons. A child is newborn and may last just a few days, few hours, or few weeks, or few months, and the child leaves this earth and goes. Then on the other hand, you have somebody who lives to a ripe old age and leaves this world old age. Then we have somebody who passes away through tragic circumstances like accidents, fire, drowning, and so on. These are all but mere excuses of the Lord to take us away from this earth. The Lord knows His own rules, and His rules are very simple. That as He puts on this earth, He removes from this earth. So I want to ask all of you, before I continue, to please do join me as we pray for the departed souls. And we're going to ask everybody to please join us as we chant. I will ask you to please chant with us, right? We're going to ask you to please chant, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Let's go on chant for this departed souls to clear the way of the church soul, so that if there are any obstacles on the way of the soul, by our chanting, we will remove these obstacles. So we ask the mind is there to please join us and we chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 What do we do at the time of death? What can we do for the departed soul? The soul, the body, has performed all its karmic deeds on earth, and now the karma of the soul will take it to the next level where, according to the karma, the deeds of that individual, the soul will take on a new body. But our duty that those of us that are here, we invoke the Lord's blessing so that the Lord gives the family hope, courage, and strength. So with that, I ask you all to please join us. We hand you back to Shati. Thank you.
Thank you, Panditji. And I think many people have beautiful memories of our Maji, Rosy Manila Ghazi. She leaves behind an entire community of special people, but she leaves behind her children as well. Vinesh, Sharon, Neeraj, Neetu, grandchildren, Sarisha, Surina, Shahid, Yasho, Marushka, Ruhi, Vahin, and Mihal. And she was absolutely fortunate to have two great-grandchildren as well, Yara and Arahim. And she constantly told me just how proud she was of having the greatest grandchildren and great-grandchildren. They were her pride and joy. Her daughters-in-law, Lorna and Vikashni, she loved. Sons-in-law, Dana Suji and Katish Salik as well, she adored. Her siblings, Mati Mosi, better known as Mrs. Somaru, Betty Mosi, Mrs. Shrikishu, and her two dear brothers, Sam and Sunny Lala. She loved you all absolutely tremendously. And every opportunity she got, she spoke about this great family that she was blessed with. We extend a very special thank you to Lorna, who was at Mom's side throughout her illness, and the entire family. Thank you from the bottom of their hearts for what you have done for Maji. To Mati Mosi as well, thank you for being Maji's constant companion, sister, and most of all, her best friend. And I think right now I'm going to call on a very special young man, that's Yashil, who is going to represent what all the grandchildren think about our dear mom. He's going to speak on behalf of all of them, talking about his dear grandma. Yashil?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Namaste, dearest family, friends, and loved ones.
We have gathered here today to mourn the passing of our beloved grandmother, Mrs. Sursathi, Rosy, Ghazi. As much as we are all in pain for the loss of such a beautiful person, we can appreciate and look back on the beautiful memories that we all have from Aji. Aji's story is one of hardship, hard work, love, and caring. For Aji was not only a mother figure for her family, but also for the children of many families and relatives of the Ghazi family. For many, many years, Aji tirelessly worked to ensure the proper care and upbringing of children, many of whom are visited today. When loved ones were sent to study in Durban, Aji took them in as her own to ensure they had everything they needed to succeed in achieving their dreams. Aji was a loyal wife of my late grandfather, Mr. Manilal Mathura Ghazi. Aji stood strong by his side on his goals for the betterment of his family and many others. Aji and Aja were inseparable. Their hard work, resilience, and love saw them enjoy a long and fruitful marriage, allowing them not only to see but be a major part of the lives of their grandchildren and even great-grandchildren. Aji was a lady of incredible strength and resilience. She courageously fought through many illnesses that she faced, without revealing the pain and suffering she had to endure. Her tolerance to pain made doctors refer to her as the Iron Lady, capable of surviving the most painful of treatments and sickness. Aji's love and devotion for her Hindu faith and Sai Baba was profound. From daily early morning prayers to tying Lakshmi prayer strings of all of her grandchildren and children, Aji never once differed from her faith. Aji's practice and devotion is one of the main factors that made us the strong and proud Hindus we are today. Always quick with a joke, Aji's happy and loving nature attracted people to her. Aji and Aja were almost always surrounded by visitors. Often hiding from pain, Aji would take the time and effort to cook one of the famous curries to feed all of us. Aji was a master chef. Many of the people here today will attest to the delicious meals Aji would lovingly prepare for all of us. From the best of curries to the sweetest of halwa puris, Aji's cooking was unbeatable. The following words are said on behalf of the loved ones and grandchildren who wish to share their memories and appreciation towards Aji and all she did for them. The first one is from Marishka Ghazi, Aji's granddaughter. Aji, your presence in our lives always gave us the encouragement to keep going. Your strength was like no other. Nothing was ever too much of a burden for you. Your loving wit created an everlasting bond with me. Your wit never ran dry, and this was shown in our last few conversations which were full of jokes and laughter. Your smile and your laugh forever echo within me. We are all incredibly blessed to have had these years with you and Aja. We will never forget all the lessons learned and special memories made. The bond you and Aja shared stood the true testament of time, and it brings me a form of peace knowing that you and Aja are reunited again, together for eternity, guiding us all, always. Love you both forever and always, Urashika. The next words are from my youngest cousin, Nihal Saleh, Aji's youngest grandson. It has come to the time that we bid farewell to my Nani, Mrs. Sursathi, Rosy, Ghazi. Nani was the strongest person I knew. She did everything I could ever ask of her and imagine of her to do. Nani cared for me from the day I was born. She worked extremely hard to make sure I had the absolute best of everything. Nani, you made me so proud to say I am your grandson. I will always love and miss you now. It's you and Nani. The following words are from Aji's second granddaughter, Louis Ghazi, who unfortunately was not able to come for the funeral. My Aji and Aja were our family's greatest treasure. They were founders of this loving legacy that we have today. They were the greatest storytellers and keepers of tradition that linger on in our cherished memories. They were my family's strongest foundation. Through happiness and sorrow, through their special love, care, and jokes, Aji and Aja kept this family close to heart. Aji, saying goodbye to you today will be one of the hardest things I'll have to do. But I find solace in knowing you are reunited with Aja, where you two can love, hold, and be together for eternity. Aji was the strongest woman I have ever met. She taught all of the grandchildren how to love, speak, and care for one another endlessly. Aji, I promise we will always take care of each other and be close, just as you and Aja want. Thank you for being the brightest light in our lives, Aji. I know we have all gained to grand angels for the rest of our lives. I love you both so very much. The next words are from my brother, Sharon Ghazi. Dearest Aji, thank you for always being a second mother to us. You always ensured we were well fed, no matter how much we assured you that we had already eaten and had everything we needed for anything coming. I have so many fond memories with you that I will treasure forever. Your quick wit and jokes will be missed. Your words of wisdom, encouragement, and devotion have helped shape us into the people we are today. From a young age, both you and Aja instilled the importance of education in us. You ensured that nothing interrupted our studies and that we always strived to be the best in anything we did. More than that, you instilled great value of family and togetherness in us. And today our family stands strong together as a testament to the both of you. Thank you. It is with great sadness that we bid farewell to you today. But I do find some comfort that Aja is there welcoming you to the next stage in your journey. You will always be remembered and sorely missed by all of us. Love always and forever, Shaya. The final passage is from my Prakash. My mommy was a matriarch, not only to her family, but to the entire extended family. Mommy assisted in any way and form that she could without ever seeking acknowledgement. She stood by me personally to reach my goals and to make a success of my life. Mommy was a mother to all. Her ability to feed an entire family was remarkable. Mommy and Mama were parents to not only their own children, but from a young age to the extended family. The loss of this powerful couple leaves a huge void in the family. Mommy was all-embracing. She loved and cared for us with a giving and nurturing heart. Mommy stood by us when friends and relatives were few. She assisted on making our family a success. We are forever grateful to you, Mommy. I want to wish Mommy divine grace, peace, and eternal rest with Mama. We love you, Mommy. Love, Prakash. In conclusion, I would like to say the following. Dearest Aji, I wish you the greatest peace, love, and happiness. May you reach the eternal nirvana that you have earned and deserve. We will love you forever and always. May you rest in peace. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of those who took care of Aji and I over the past decades. The strength of our family is shown by the sacrifices that have been made to care for Aji and Aja. Mummy, Dad, Sharon Pua, Niraj Papa, Indu Pua, Big Aji, and so many more. You have all worked tirelessly over the years to ensure Aji and Aja have the very best of love and care. On behalf of all of Aji and Aja's grandchildren, as well as everybody here today, I would like to thank you for all that you have done for us. We will be forever grateful. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Yasha. That was absolutely beautiful. And yes, your Aji and this beautiful woman never knew the word impossible. Nothing was impossible for her. And now we spoke about virtual messages. I have a message here from her other granddaughter, Serena Narandas, who is in Thailand at the moment. She was fortunate enough to spend some quality time with her Nani and Nana when she had come down in August. And she's very heartbroken at the moment, but she did send this message for her Nani, and I trust you will all listen carefully because it really, really touches her heart as well. So I'm going to play this on my cell phone, and I trust you will be able to hear it very clearly. gardens and fruit trees, where her love for plants and flowers blossomed, and her green fingers were formed. She spoke about her lovely family, her mom, dad, sisters and brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, but most of all her brothers, and how she learned so much from them, lessons that she would instill even in us so many years later. Nani also spoke of her happy life in Newcastle after marrying Nana, of the big family home that was filled with hard work, yes, but more importantly, that filled with laughter, warmth, and togetherness. Then, as Nana moved across the province, building a life for the family, Nani joined him at every point, building a home, not just for the family of 6, but for many others who were fortunate to pass through their doors. As Nani's grandchildren, we were never wanting in any way. We were fed well, always leaving Nani's house a few kgs heavier, thanks to her incredible cooking and baking skills. Later in life, we would enjoy countless cups of tea while engaged in riveting conversation. We were taught well, instilled with the greatest of values and life lessons. We laughed well. Nani was never short of a witty comeback or a joke. And of course, we were shown love in abundance. I often joked with Nani that I got my nose or my curly hair from her. But if, as grandchildren, we have even a fraction of Nani's intelligence, wit, or eloquence, we'll be well placed in this world. So all I can say today is thank you, Nani. Thank you for all the above, but more importantly, thank you for fighting for so long. You were faced with so many health issues, but you showed such strength, resilience, and grace as you overcame hurdle after insurmountable hurdle. And by doing that, you gave us so many years of happiness, togetherness, and love. Ultimately, though, the mental anguish you felt over the last 3 months, along with your health issues, proved one hurdle too many. Nani always said that being married to Nana for 65 years meant she grew up with him. So it only seems fit that as their souls move on to the next stage, they do so together. So finally to Nani I say, in my rose garden of memories, I see you standing there, my beautiful, loving Nani, who taught me how to care. I long to hear your voice, for real, not just in my dreams. We will miss you so much, how empty our world seems. But I know as God looked around the garden and saw an empty space, then looked upon this earth and saw your tired face. So go well, dear Nani. Now's your time to rest. God's garden must be beautiful. They only take the best. So my rose garden of memories, I'll hold it close to me. For though you're gone from this mortal world, in my heart you'll always be. Namaste. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those were the words of Serena Naradas, all the way from Thailand. And I know that losing mom so soon after losing dad, he passed away on the 11th of August, it's not even 3 months yet. But this is a testament to the greatness of their love, that they could never ever stay away from each other. And 65 years of wedded bliss. In those last 3 months, mom had lost the will to live without her soulmate. And we know for all of us here, her friends and family, it leaves a huge void in our lives. But let us remember also that this kind of great love could never ever be separated. Thank you everybody for being here, providing the love, the support, the caring to the entire Manilal Ghazi for the last few months when dad had taken ill and again when mom had taken ill. Your sacrifices, your kindness and generosity is greatly appreciated. And now more than ever, the family is going to need you by their side. Never ever fail to show them how much you still care. Thank you for being here in your numbers today. Yes, it is COVID times, and it is sad times when we cannot show people how much we love them. And the fact that you defied all of these things to show us how much you care says a lot about the great attractive power of Mr. and Mrs. Mahila Ghazi. So from the family, thank you all very much. Continue holding the family in your prayer and know that all that you say and do for this family will be greatly appreciated. And now I hand you over to our very able Panditji to continue with the service. From me, it's Prem. Namaste.
Thank you to all those who have sent in messages. Thank you to Shanti Devi as well. Dear friends, relatives, a fervent reminder to each and every one of us that no matter who we are, what we are, we will all end up exactly in the same place. The question is, have we prepared ourselves for that? And from the experiences of Margie and from the tributes by the grandchildren, you could see she prepared herself well for this day. My question is that, have we prepared ourselves for the day when we have to leave this world and meet our Maker? You know, in life, everything that we do, we prepare for. If you're having a wedding, there's 2 years of preparation for the wedding. If you're having a prayer at home, there's preparation. And a child is born in the home, there's preparation. How do one prepare for death? And unfortunately, amongst us Indians especially, it is a taboo subject at home to talk about it. When somebody talks about death, then somebody will say, don't you have anything better to speak about than speaking about death? But as much as we accept birth, with the same breath, we should accept death, because according to the Lord says, one who takes birth must certainly die, one who dies must be certainly born again. According to your karmas, you will enter 8,400,000 species of birds, according to your actions. Many of us today, we prepare ourselves for death in one way. With all due respect to all here. You go to XYZ insurance brokers and take out a big policy that when I pass away, my children will be financially sound. That is the right thing to do for your family. You don't want them to be begging on the street. There's nothing wrong with that. The question is, have you taken out an insurance policy for yourself? And that XYZ insurance broker is Lord Vishnu Bhagavan himself, the Lord himself. Many of us save money at ABC banking accounts or banking institutes. And we say to ourselves that we're saving this money for a rainy day. And of course, you will need the money someday. But how many of us save in the Lord's banking account? For many of us, we have a very positive bank balance in the Lord's account. His account, in fact, we are in profit and surplus. For many people, we are sitting in the Lord's banking account in overdraft. The karmas or the actions that we perform, more often than not for some people, you'll find that their karmas is only for themselves, their deeds are only for themselves, they do for themselves and not for others who are less fortunate. You find our scripture tells us very beautifully that one needs to do acts of seva. One needs to do acts of charity. In that way, you will deposit money into the Lord's bank account, your karmic bank account. The Lord has given us this beautiful body. What do we do with it? In the next bhajan, let's see what God tells us. Meri chadar meri chadar द्वार तुम्हारे लाऊं मेरी चादर कैसे हे मुझको दाग लगाया, जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर कैसे दाग छुड़ाऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे आओ, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। निर्मल वाणी पाकर तुझसे नाम न तेरा गाया, निर्मल वाणी पाकर तुझसे नाम न तेरा गाया, नैन मुंड कर है परमेश्वर कभी ना तुझको ध्यावा, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे आओ, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। मन वीणा की तार टूटी अब क्या गीत सुनाओ, मन वीणा की तार टूटी अब क्या गीत सुनाओ, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे आओ, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। इन पैरों से चल कर तेरा मंदिर कभी ना आया, इन पैरों से चल कर तेरे मंदिर कभी ना आया, जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरी कभी न शीश झुकाया, जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरी कभी न शीश झुकाया, हे हरिहर में हार के आया अब क्या हार छोड़ाऊं, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे आओ, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे, मैली चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। Maybe Chartan, we come on this earth, this body of ours, when we were born, was like a clean sheet. You know when a newborn child is born, immediately within 5 minutes now, social media and technology, pictures of the newborn baby sent to America, to Thailand, to Australia, to India, to Mauritius, and London and everywhere. And on the other side, when we see these pictures of the baby, there's a few words that we use to describe the baby. Wow, this baby is so innocent. This baby is so pure. This baby is so beautiful. Each one of us were born beautiful, pure, and lovely and innocent. Each and every one of us. Unfortunately, as we grew up and we saw this beautiful world of ours the Lord gave us, we decided that all these beautiful things are for our enjoyment, and we started to use this body, more so abuse this body. By putting all the wrong kinds of intoxicants in this body, and by putting all the wrong things in this body that shouldn't be in this body. When we are born on this clean sheet, and as life went on, time went by, it became Maili Chadar, a soiled sheet. Maili Chadar over the case. And of course, when this day comes for each and every one of us, how are you going to face the Lord? How are you going to face the Lord when you go in the presence of God and God is standing in front of you? Chitragupta is there, Dharmaraj is there, and Yamaraj is standing in front of you. What do you say to them? What have you come with? When we are born, we say, Hum mutti bandh ke aaye is jag mein. And हम हाथ पसार के जा रहा हूं. Lord, when I came in this earth, I took a vow that when I go on earth, I'll carry out your duties. I will look after your creation, O Lord. And when the day comes for us to leave this earth, we go with open arms. Lord, I'm so sorry. I haven't done my duties. I didn't take care of your creation. Hey Pavan Parameshwar, mere mane hi mane sharamao. Oh Lord, I am ashamed of myself, of what I've done to this pure body that you gave me. How often you hear people say, it's my body, I can do as I like. A lot of young people love to put all kinds of tattoos on all parts of their bodies. And when the mother and father ask them, you know what, why are you doing this? But Mom, it's my body, I can do as I please. It's not your body. It belongs to the Lord. It's a temple of God. So therefore be careful how you look after this body. What you put in this body. तूने मुझे क्यों जग में भेजा निर्मल देह करता है. Lord, you sent me with a pure body on this earth. आकर के इस संसार में इसको दाग लगा है. When I came on this earth, I took all kinds of wrong things in this body. जन्म जन्म की मेरी चादर कैसे दाग छुड़ाऊं. Oh Lord, how am I going to get rid of all of this impurities in this body? निर्मल वाणी पाकर तुझसे नाम ना तेरा गाया. Oh, you have such a beautiful voice. Did you ever use that beautiful voice to praise the Lord? Nirmal Vani Pakar. Each and every one of us have sweet voices like nightingales. Every one of us. Because your voice was blessed by Mother Saraswati. And if you read Durga Saptashati, it says the divine Mother Saraswati sits on everyone's tongue. Unfortunately, many of us don't realize that whatever comes out of this mouth goes directly to Mother Saraswati. So be on guard what you speak and what you say. Like our grandson here said such beautiful words about Maji, Mrs. Ghazi. No? How you speak and how you entertain people, how you relate to people. That's very important. Lord, you have given me a pure voice, a beautiful voice. Nirmal Vani Pakar to say, Naam na tera gaya. That Lord, you gave me this beautiful voice, but never once have I used this voice to praise thy name. Very beautifully said in our scripture that Ram se bada Ram ka naam, Ram se bada Ram ka naam. Just this morning, Pandit Nanda Bhavilal spoke about the name of the Lord is greater than the Lord himself. Beautifully, those who are listening to him on early this morning before 7 o'clock. No? In beautiful lines we say, Ram se bada Ram ka naam, ant mein nikala ye parinam, ant mein nikala ye parinam, Ram se bada Ram ka naam. Nirmal Vani Pakar Tudse Naam na tera gaya. Lord, you gave me this beautiful voice. I've never used it once to praise thy name. Nain mundakar, he Paramashwar, kabhi na tushkar. Lord, you give me such beautiful eyes. Have I looked at you with his eyes? How do you see the Lord with his eyes? By seeing the beauty of the Lord in creation, by showing respect to the plants, by showing respect to the earth, by showing respect to all living beings. मेरी चादर ओढ़ के कैसे इन पैरों से चलकर तेरे मंदिर कभी ना आया. Lord, you gave me beautiful hands, you gave me beautiful limbs, you gave me beautiful feet. Have I ever used this feet to take me to the mandir? No. इन पैरों से चलकर तेरे मंदिर कभी ना आया. I never used this feet to take me to the doors of the temple, to go inside the temple, to see what the temple looks like on the inside. मंदिर कभी ना आया. Jaha jaha ho puja devi, where daily prayer is done in praise of you. Kabhi na sheesh jhukaya. I've never bowed down in the temple. How often we find people visit temples for different reasons. We find many people have their children's wedding at temples. And all the guests walk in and we as Pandits, we see these things. They don't even bother to touch the ground. And you walked in because you came to a wedding, but you forgot you are right in the home of the Lord, in a temple. Your duty is to bring your head and touch the ground and worship the ground that you are in. No? इन पैरों से चलकर तेरे मंदिर कभी ना आया, जहां जहां हो पूजा तेरी कभी ना शीश झुकाया। Wherever your name is taken, I haven't bowed my head in prayer. हे हरि हर में हार कहाँ आया, अब क्या हार चलाओ? Lord, हारना, जीतना हारना, to win and to lose. हारना means here to lose, defeated. I am defeated. Another meaning for har is garland. It says here that Lord, I am defeated today. How do I put a garland for you? Because I lost that opportunity. Never lose these opportunities. You go through your fingers to take the Lord's name. Take the Lord's name all time. Lord Krishna says to us, very beautifully, that one needs to take the Lord's name even at the last moment of taking the Lord's name. At the last minute of taking your last breath of air, one should take the Lord's name. No? We find that it is very difficult to do this if one hasn't practiced to take Lord's name all the time. Lord Krishna tells us in Bhagavad Gita very beautifully in chapter 6 that if you take my name at the last breath of air, I guarantee you salvation, eternal bliss. I guarantee you have eternal bliss if you just take my name at the time of death. Itna tu karna Swami, jab pran tan se nikale, Govinda naam leke, jab pran tan se nikale, itna tu karna Swami, jab pran tan se nikale, Govinda naam leke, jab pran tan se nikale, उस वक्त जल्दी आना नहीं शाम भूल जाना, उस वक्त जल्दी आना नहीं शाम भूल जाना, राधा को साथ लाना, जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना तू करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय. You may all join me. गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय. Beautifully said here. इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले. All you need to do, one little thing, when this life force of this body is given, is to take my name. इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेके. Take the Lord's name when you are carrying salvation. Everything will have to stop. Whatever you've been busy doing, you have to leave all that behind and you have to come alone by yourself. In Ramayana we learn as well, Lord Ram teaches us what happens with our family bond. When Raja Dashrath had met, the demise of Raja Dashrath was when Lord Ram was in exile. By the time Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya, the final rites of Yashti Sanskar of Raja Dashrath was completed. And here in Ramayana it tells us that each and every one will have to go through that moment when we have to break away from our loved one. Lord Krishna says beautifully in our Bhagavad Gita, attach yourself to that which is permanent, and the only thing that is permanent is the Lord's name. Detach yourself from all these material things, because material things will give you misery, material things will give you displeasure, material things will give you suffering. When that material thing is taken away from you, you will feel the pain of being without it. So therefore, attach yourself to that which is permanent, and it's only the Lord's name that is permanent. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Mangala Bhavana Mangala Hari Drava Sudasharata Ajira Bihari Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Mangala Bhavana Mangala Hari Drava Sudasharata Ajira Bihari Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Beautiful. The Lord's name is always with us. It is for many of us that we forget to take the Lord's name. Sukha ke sab saathi dukh mein na koi mere Ram tera naam ek sacha dooja na koi. Before I go to the bhajan, I would like for the immediate Ghazi family to please assemble on casket. We'll ask you to offer your final flowers and your final goodbyes. The antechamber is very restricted with space. We allow 5 family members in the antechamber. Please do bear with us. Dear family friends, on behalf of the Ghazi family, a huge thank you to all our friends, our neighbors, our relatives, our family members for the support that you have given us. Thank you to every one of you. We will keep you informed on the upcoming ceremonies that will take place. You will find out from the family in due course. The antechamber is very restricted. We're going to now do the final out of the antechamber. Beautifully says here in this bhajan as we get ready to leave. Sukha ke sab saathi dukh mein na koi mere Ram tera naam ek sacha dooja na koi. Your only true friend is the Lord. Your only true friend is the Lord. He is the one that has been with us before birth. He is the one that is with us during this lifetime, and He is the one who accompanies us even after death. With that, we may ask you all to please rise. Could you all please rise to recite the Shanti Path? Om Dev Shanti Antarishavam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Apa Shanti Roshadeva Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Dhamma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi Om Shanti 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 Om. We'll ask the moderators to come in front, please, and take the casket through. Om Shanti, 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 Prabhu tere dware aaya hai Atma, Prabhu tere dware aaya hai Atma, Shanti dijiye Paramatma, Shanti dijiye Paramatma, Mukti dijiye He Paramatma, Sadgati dijiye He Paramatma, Prabhu tere dware aaya hai Atma, Prabhu tere dware aaya hai Atma, Shanti dijiye He Paramatma, Mukti dijiye He परमात्मा सागति दीजिए हे परमात्मा।
Ghazi family requests that you please do report to their home to partake of the meals prepared for you. We'd love for you to be there. And management of the crematorium requests that we conclude our business here and leave as soon as possible. The next funeral is going to take place in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And we cannot wait for the ashes. We will have to return and receive the ashes a little later. So we could make our way out and report to the funeral home and we'll help everybody. Thank you so much.